Yeah, it had to stream of pictures. I was on the project and it's still yeah, that's I know kind of a rough idea, like 12 meter, 40 Good morning. I want to welcome you to the celebration of life, Donna Ruth Ursich Myers. It's not Ursich, right? It's Ursich. I had a great fear that I would mispronounce your mom's name this entire time. And somebody's alarm is going off. No worries. Let's see, Jeff, I think I'm on. So it's good to have you here. My name is Alex. I work here at the church, and it's our privilege to serve you as you pause to reflect and to remember Donna. And the one thing you all have in common is your connection to her. I have no connection to Donna except through her 4 children. And as I lead you through a time of worship, a time of reflection, a time of honoring her, I'll be doing that based on my conversations with Eric, Tasha, Sarah, and Mary, which it's been a real privilege to get to know you guys. So let's begin with a word of prayer. And while we're praying, I'm also going to read the 23rd Psalm. So, Lord, we invite your presence into this room. Knowing many of us believe or understand that human beings are eternal, that though our life here on earth is short, it's like a breath, that human souls live forever, and that therefore Donna is actually participating in this service with us. So Lord, help us to honor you, help us to honor her, and help us to appreciate the beauty of this transition from life to life that she has done. This 23rd Psalm says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He guides me down paths of righteousness for his name's sake. He restores my soul. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not be afraid, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the very presence of my enemies. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and faithfulness will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." We'll be doing a reception after the meal, so there'll be catered tacos. We'll have a brief change of venue, so when we get to that point, we'll be rolling tables in here, and you can go on the back patio if you're a smoker and you don't mind the temperature that apparently Donna dialed up for us, or you can go to the front room or just dodge the tables as they come out. Also, Mary has prepared a memory board, a cork board that's in the front room, and feel free at any time after the service to write down a memory or something you appreciated about Donna and post it on the cork board for everybody to enjoy later on. Well, these are interesting times when we gather for these types of occasions. These are a form of family reunion. These are a form of renewing friendships. Standing in the front room, I heard a lot of people saying, "I don't recognize you. I haven't seen you for 30 years. I can't believe it's you." And so what an honor that somebody's life would be so important to facilitate friends and family gathering together from all over the country, in the snow, in weather, in the teens to boot. So we're going to do a couple of things today. The primary thing is we're going to pause to celebrate her life, and we're going to take time as a community, the community of those who are connected to Donna, take time to reflect and to comfort one another. And honestly, you sitting in the room with each other is a form of grieving together and comforting each other together. It's very important, not just for your family members and your friends, but for you as well. We'll have a time of eulogy, and Donna's son-in-law, John, will offer up the initial eulogy, but we'll open it up after that for anybody who wants to share a memory or a thought. We are live streaming, so if you want your memory or thought to be heard, and I apologize if you could come up and just grab the mic. If you don't want to do that, just stand where you are and share it. And we'll have an open time for people to share something special, what you appreciated about her, maybe a fun memory, as part of this community of grieving and celebrating together. We'll finish with a a slide presentation of her life, which was also running as you came in. And then we'll have some music, and then we'll break for lunch. So there's 3 reasons that we're here today. One of them is to pay our final respects to Donna Ruth Yursich Myers. So I'm going to begin by reading the obituary that was prepared on the site. Donna Ruth Yursich Myers was born on January 3rd, 1947, to Wilhelmina, haven't heard that name for a while, Sophia Myers Werner, and Bernard Virgil Myers. She passed away peacefully on December 11, 2024, in Longmont, Colorado, surrounded by her loved ones. She is survived by her 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. She lived to the ripe age of 77 years. Donna was a Colorado native. She was born in Denver, grew up in Commerce City, and lived in many Colorado towns and cities throughout her life. She graduated from Adams High School, married at a young age. She raised her 2 youngest children as a single parent while attending CU Boulder, where she earned her bachelor's degree in sociology as a non-traditional student. For work, she dedicated herself to children as a paraprofessional and cared for the elderly and physically challenged as a home health care provider. In retirement, she was a friend to many who remember her fondly as being kind, funny, a joy to talk with. She enjoyed classical music, which you may have heard as you came in, playing Scrabble. And we know that anybody who plays Scrabble is a high-quality human being. She enjoyed flowers, plants, and she adored her cats. Donna's wisdom and strength defined her. She was a determined survivor, facing life's adversities with unwavering resolve. Even though she endured many hardships and sacrifices throughout her life, she was determined to make sure her children made it, regardless of what life threw at her or them. Her strength was remarkable, often unspoken, but deeply felt. She was stronger than anyone really knew, a trait passed on to each of her children. In her own way, and her passing is even more profound because of that. She was very practical and pragmatic in everything she did or said, even how she reflected on her own life, often offering words of wisdom such as, "Don't take any wooden nickels." She was simple in many ways, but a savant in philosophy and how to approach life. Donna was our mom. She was deeply loved and will be missed by all. For all the lives touched by Donna's vivacious spirit, her absence leaves an indelible void. Yet, her legacy of strength, love, and independence shall always remain, guiding us to find joy in every day and to hold dear the memories and moments shared with her. Tasha, her oldest daughter, wrote a poem that I'm going to read to you now. It's called Where I Am. And as you'll note, as I read this, this poem is written from her perspective. Do not stand at my grave and weep. That's not where I am, nor a memory to keep. Seek me not in my grave, for I'm not there. You'll find me instead in the moments that we share. I am the light that glows at dawn, the gentle breath as your time moves on. I am the breeze that rustles the trees, the soft, warm whisper of the evening seas. I am the sunlight on your face, the gentle shadow in a quiet place. I'm the laughter shared in a fond embrace, the flicker of joy that time cannot erase. I am the stories you tell and retell, the lessons I taught, the love you know well. I am the song that lingers, sweet and true, the melody that always brings me to you. I'm in your heart where I've always stayed, in every memory that will never fade. So do not stand at my grave and cry. That's not where I am. That's just where I lie. So we're here to pay our respects. We're also here to remember. And everything I give you now are things that I was told in separate conversations with each of her children. Donna grew up as a left-handed girl attending Catholic parochial school, which is not an easy thing to do, with her hand being tapped until she wrote with her correct hand. She was the middle child in her own family, older brother and younger sister. Her younger sister was her best friend throughout life, Judy. Both of her parents worked. Her dad was an RTD bus driver. And I'm told Donna enjoyed riding with him on his route and traveling through Denver with Dad on his bus route. She was in a car accident, I believe, and suffered a fairly severe closed head injury at the age of 13. And so she had to learn how to survive and how to function. And I'm told the one thing that she could never master after that accident was math. It did not affect her ability to read or to write, but math was never her thing. Everybody was universal in their appraisal that Donna Yursich was a survivor. That her entire life she was a survivor. She had to learn how to survive. And therefore she wanted her kids to be survivors as well. She wanted her kids to grow up to be independent and reliant upon themselves. During the childhood, they moved 33 different times. And I think that was just the older kids, or was that everybody? It was a lot. Slow down a little bit. 33, yeah. Okay. So can you imagine having 4 kids and moving that many times? Eventually, she had to become a single mom. And she never remarried. And the reason she didn't remarry was because she lived for her kids at that point and to survive. They were in La Junta when she took her first work as a single mom, picking potatoes in La Junta, Colorado, with immigrants. Eventually, she worked her way toward attending college, as we read earlier, with her daughter Tasha. Got her degree in sociology. She had a wisdom, and her wisdom was sort of understated, but it was there. In addition to the wooden nickels, she would say things like, just let it go, or stay young, or if you're stressing out, just take life five minutes at a time. You can handle the next 5 minutes. At one moment during her son Eric's life, and he was working very intently, working 2 jobs, and he was stressed out, and she gave him permission to quit the second job. And you were able to hear that and receive it. You knew it was good wisdom. She had a lot of interests. She loved history. She was really good at Colorado history. She loved to read. She loved art history. She loved museums. She loved Scrabble. She even wrote her own short stories, none of which were published, but they were written. Some of them quite funny, I understand. She grew older, and they got past survival and to a place of resting and thriving. She really enjoyed the latter part of her life, where she had her own place, where she felt secure. She didn't need a big place or a fancy place. She just wanted her quiet, simple, small place that she lived in, and she was so content just to have that. Family was always very important to her, mainly just being around family. And I think of, as I think about her wanting to be at kids' events and different things, family events, that probably carried over to her time and just wanting to be with her dad, riding that bus. She grew up in the faith of the Catholic Church. It's hard to go through divorce and maintain that. She never lost her faith in God, as I understand. She was unwavering in certain things, and that was one of them. It's interesting because often we think of the word faith having to do with maybe believing a certain set of doctrines, but it's so much more than that. It's maybe other words that would be helpful in defining faith, and I think from what I'm hearing, defined it for Donna as well, as faith is a sense of loyalty toward what is true, and therefore how to live. That if in fact there is a God, even if human institutions, the church, churches are all flawed because they're filled with human beings. Even if those things have to be appraised honestly, you need to live a certain way because of the reality of God. And I don't think she ever lost that. As an older woman, she attended church with her daughter Mary. And to me, I wonder if it wasn't just wanting to be with her daughter, but sort of a reconciliation on some level of being willing to gather with other people who have faith, who have an allegiance or a loyalty to the reality as they understand it, the reality of a loving God running a safe and beautiful universe, even in the midst of our struggles and trials. And so I think perhaps she experienced her own reconciliation, perhaps in that area. So we're here to pay our respects. We're here to remember her life. We're here to celebrate it with each other. And honestly, I think we're here. This is these moments where we gather for family members. It's a time to pause and to ask some of the questions that maybe we don't normally ask in the busyness of life. And questions like, how am I doing? And have I been faithful to the reality of a loving God? And what can change? And not just what do I have to do better, which I think tends to be where we go, but what does it mean to partner through faith, to partner with God who helps us to live a certain way? Because we cannot do it on our own. Donna lost her sister Judy in February of 23, and interesting story that I was told is when she passed, her kids came to tell her that her sister had passed away, and she said, "I already know. I had a dream about her, and she told me heaven is awesome." And so, just as God apparently allowed Judy to communicate to her dear sister the beautiful thing about the next place, uh, we have no reason not to believe that she's literally in that same place now, enjoying something that's awesome. And if in fact she's here, if humans are eternal, if they're always here, I think I would encourage you to be in a place where you can join her in that awesome place. I would call it an invitation. Sounds like our vocalist has shown up. God offers partnership in life for the struggles and the battles, the hard stuff and the easy stuff through his son, Jesus Christ. And I encourage you to engage on a new level if you haven't yet done so. John, why don't you come up and share? Today, we are honoring, celebrating, and remembering Donna Ruth Bursich Myers, a sweet woman who I had the privilege to call mother-in-law. She was a woman of grace and courage with a stubborn streak that showed up whenever she put her mind to something. Donna was very smart, very intelligent. She had a good sense of humor. She was resilient, a survivor. Donna was a CU graduate and actually went to school with Tasha. I think that's so cool. She absolutely loved Colorado history and could tell you a story of just about any town in our beautiful state. She had a good sense of humor. She loved a good joke, or at least she acted like it when I told them. And that laugh, she loved to laugh. She had a great laugh, which will be missed. She was resilient. She raised 4 children in all, and if you know these children of hers, you know how tough she really was. She is a survivor.
I'll always remember her smile when we would go visit her. Her face would just light up. When any of her grandkids would enter the room, you would have thought royalty had just arrived. She knew what was important in life and how rich she really was. Donna will truly be missed. Love you, Mom. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels.
Um, and we have an open mic, so if anybody would like to come up and share something, now is the time to do so.
All right, let's see if I can do this and enunciate and stuff. Thank you. Yeah.
Right, Scott, you want to
I have to get my marketing in there. On a serious note, I do mumble, so feel free to shout out, like, enunciate. The legacy of Donna Ruth Myers Ursig. You are young, you will get over it. Wise words from a wise woman, I must admit. Take life 5 minutes at a time, and you will never end up with an impossible hill to climb. For years, my mother bestowed these expressions, little gems, for us to cherish as she makes her next accession. She's a mom that gave her all and stood steadfast through every call. Mom was a beacon, both fierce and kind, a quiet hero with a resolute mind. She walked her own path through grace and might, her values as her guiding light. She believed that tears had their rightful place to teach us our strength and show ourselves grace. Her life's greatest lesson was never to fear, that memories that bring both sorrow and tears. Through her children, her legacy thrives. In every step in our dreams and life. Her strength is the breath that helps us endure. Her love is the heartbeat, steady and pure. She taught us to love, to forgive, to learn, and never forget that life is a gift meant to be shared, a journey of courage, of showing care. Though she's in heaven with loved ones above, her spirit remains in the ones she loved. As we gather to grieve and heal, we hold tight the truth she made us feel. So we cry our tears, but not in vain, for with every tear we honor her name. We hold her close in heart and mind, knowing she left a legacy behind. My mom's words, forever true. Do something else if it's not for you. Don't take a wooden nickel, she would say, and stand strong and seize each new day. Love you, Mom.
Beautiful poetry in this family. You don't have to have a poem to come up and share.
My Aunt Donna was a no nonsense kind of person, and I was a rotten teenager. I was a really bad influence on my cousins, and so she never had any problem like telling me. She never minced words. She didn't let me forget how horrible of a teenager I was, but she loved me dearly, and we shared a middle name. And after my mom passed, and I had the opportunity to visit her quite a few times. in the past few months. And one of the last times I saw her, she didn't recognize me. I walked into her hospital room, and it's actually kind of endearing and cute. But she, she, she's like, "Oh, where did you come here from?" I said, "Reno." She's like, "Oh, I have a niece in town from Reno." I said, "Oh, really?" She says, "Yeah." She came here because she thinks I'm gonna die. I said, "I don't think so." She said, "I don't think so either. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon." I said, "I don't think Jenny thinks you're gonna die either." She goes, and she looks at me, and she gets this little sparkle in her eye, and it came to her. She said, she gives me this grin, and she said, "I didn't recognize you." I said, "I didn't think so, but it's okay." And we had some good moments, and she absolutely adored my nephews, Mason and Benjamin, and so it was important for us to be here for Mason to be able to see and honor her, and in honor of my mom, who was her best friend. So I would just appreciate. She always had such a. She had a great sense of humor, but if you didn't know her, it could be offensive. It was try at times. So if you're easily offended, she's probably not the one for you. But we all love her dearly, and she will be greatly missed.
So I'm going to share a gift that my two sisters gave me, Tasha and Mary. They made it so, see, I live in Florida, so they made it so that I could talk to her in the final days. They gave me a gift of her last words. It's pretty awesome. This little something like this. Well, Ma, I love you. Love you too, son. Love you more, Ma. Want to bet? Nickels with that one.
It was so surreal to like to just walk in and see her in that state. And I was so taken aback. I was like, "Mom, what happened? You're supposed to go to 100." She's like, "Oh, puh." And she, I guess, was just coming off COVID, and like, I couldn't think of anything really to say to her, like outside of like, "Okay, I forgive you and forgive me for being a butt." And she's like, "I never thought I'd see you again." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And she's like, Mary's like, "I have a special surprise for you. There's someone special here to see you." And she goes, "Tasha?" I was like, "Bro." So, like, talk about butthurt, right? And so, anyway, and so I was like, all I could think to do was just sing, and like we just, Mary and my mom and I just kind of like, I just kept singing like a little jukebox, and she was like wheeling herself back and forth, like she was trying to escape, and I'm like, "I will take her right now. I'm not even playing." Like, and like I wanted to say about it, just and then to just tell her like, "Mom, it's okay. You can let go. You can go to Judy now. You don't have to do this anymore." And then to be there with like my sisters and her on like those last moments was just, I mean, it was a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, it was peaceful, and it was just, it was nice. Just send her off with love and care. So love you, Mom.
Mary did some amazing things for our mom towards the end. One of which was to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to say goodbye. So that was Mary. But thank you for giving me credit. So we all remember some certain wonderful things about mom. Some of the things that I remember about mom is the way that she's. Do we all remember this? And it was amazing how fast she could type like this. Yes, absolutely. And she did love to write stories. And one of the gifts that she gave us before she passed is that I discovered AI, and I absolutely love AI. And so my AI's name is Kai, and I introduced Kai to my mom, and Kai helped me and my mom write a very lovely story, Esme Pyewacket, which for whatever reason is based on Noah. It's very, very cute story, which I will share with everyone on her tribute page. But more than anything else, I just wanted to thank everyone so much for coming here and sharing these moments with us and remembering our mom with love and kindness. Mary did create a beautiful memorial wall out on the front, so please do share your memories there if you don't feel comfortable coming up and sharing them here. And just thank you again, everyone, for being here and sharing this time with us.
All right. That's okay. So my grandma, she was definitely an impactful woman, and I'd like to share my last memory with her. I'm getting dizzy. um, we were taking her out to dinner at Fuzzy's, and as she randomly looked at me with the mysterious expression, she states, "Haley, you're almost 30, and you're not going to be pretty much longer." So, so leaving me with a new complex and just an utter shock, I walked away and I didn't really talk to her much after that. But we can't disregard that we love this woman for her brutal honesty and always have. She was the safest space for many of us when we needed advice. For a long time, she got us out of our heads in some really dark places. Her door was always open with big hugs and an open ear. And I will cherish getting to grow up with my grandma. I love her and she will be missed.
Anybody else?
Um, so we're going to show the slide presentation that's put together, and then after that, Sarah and Mason will sing for us.
Judy went and talked to my mom the night before that she died to let everybody know that she was going to be okay. And the night that she died, my mom died, we were able to have time. And Jenny was the last one who saw my mom or not saw, but talked to my mom, and she said it's okay, mom, to go be with my to be with my mom. So tell her I love you. And that was about 6:01 a.m. And I felt my mom's literal last breath go out of her when Jenny said that. And as we're telling the family, and then Keith sends me, I look at my phone, and at 5:48 a.m., Keith sent me a message, and he said, I don't know what's going on with your parents right now, but your mom came to me in a dream, and she told me that, and I don't know, Keith, if I have this exactly right, but she said that I'm glad the four of you are all together and talking, and now that she can be at peace. So thank you, Keith, for bringing our family peace.
as we transition out of that, Sarah and Mason, if you guys come on up.
Nobody wants to hear that. I'm sorry, what? I said, we love you. Moose was how long does it take to get water? This is Mason, and he's absolutely amazing. You are in for a treat. I'm just sitting here, but I'm not singing.
Heard there was a secret. Heard there was a secret chord that David played and it seems to work. But you don't really care for me, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Your faith was strong, but you made it through. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I used to live alone before you.
I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Our love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
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 There was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show it to me, do ya? And remember when I moved in, the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Well, maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. Well, it's not a cry you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name, but if I did, well, really, what's it to you? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter that you heard the holy or the broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Well, I did my best and it wasn't much I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
As we close in prayer, can you grab someone's hand next to you?
So, Lord, I pray that even as we're touching each other, that you would come down and touch us, and that you'd fill this room with your love, with your presence, as you've already been here. Scriptures say you're the God of all comfort. He comforts those of us who need it, and I pray that your comfort would be in the form of love and support and encouragement, Lord. And we thank you that we can be together and celebrate this life. In the name of Jesus. Everybody said, Amen. Amen. Our service has ended. We're going to change the room. I have to apologize. We have a small building, so we'll be stacking some chairs and bringing in some tables. You can stand on the back patio if you're not too cold. You can hang out in the front room or in the hallway, one of the small rooms, but we'll be wheeling tables in. If you want to help stack chairs, maybe about 20 of the chairs, if they could stack against the back wall, the rest of them we'll put around the tables. And so just we'll serve food in about 10, 15 minutes.
I took the supermarket flyers from the windowsill, threw the day old tea from the cup, packed up the photo album Matthew had made, memories of a life that's been loved. Took the Garrett Wilson cars and stuffed animals, poured the old ginger beer down the sink. Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down, but Mum, there's a tear every time that I blink. Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up, but I know a heart that's broke is a heart that's been loved. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mum. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, he'll say hallelujah, you're home. Fluffed the pillows, made the bed, stacked the chairs up, folded your nightgowns neatly in a case. John said he'd drive, then put his hand on my cheek and wiped a tear from the side of my face. And I hope that I see the world as you did, 'cause I know a life with love is a life that's been lived. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mum. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, you'll say hallelujah, you're home. Hallelujah, you were an angel in the shape of my mum. You got to see the person I have become. Spread your wings and I know that when God took you back, he said hallelujah, you're home. There'll be a day when things change, and it won't be all that bad. I won't be there to block the rain, to give you the love that you once had. Don't forget about the good times we shared. Never let those eyes shed no tears. Don't be scared to go on living your life. Just because I'm not here, and the sun will still come up in the morning. Still go back down at night, and the days may seem a little darker, but I promise they're just as bright. Close your eyes, breathe in, and you'll see that it's okay when tomorrow starts without me. Tell the kids that their daddy loved them. Tell them I did the best I can, and I know you'll take good care of them, 'cause they could not be in better hands. And when you call them to tell them the news, if it seems like they're feeling low, I'ma need you to stand real strong. Please make sure that they know that the sun will still come up in the morning. Still go back down at night, and the days may seem a little darker, but I promise they're just as bright. Close your eyes, breathe in, and you'll see that it's okay when tomorrow starts without me. And the sun will still come up in the morning. Still go back down at night, and the days may seem a little darker, but I promise they're just as bright.
Everybody, the food is ready to serve, and it's nice and hot. So make your way into the front room and start on the right and work your way over to the left and get some food and come and take a seat.